your success and your confidence, that ain't on no time, that ain't no weight right there. There's some things immediately in your environment that could assist with improvements in this area and almost guarantee some sort of abundance. Welcome back to Pisces TV with Dr. MB. Let's get started with your reading, Pisces. We have, I got the Magician making some sort of arrangements, but the only challenge is it being accepted. Maybe y'all turning something in, y'all working on something, trying to see if it's gonna work for you. Maybe somebody feels, that makes sense, being accepted. All right, some of us could be working on that. So let's get started with the situation. We have beauty, artistry, and love. For some of you, this situation may involve love. What's crossing it is pragmatic, grounded, enduring. We have earth energy. Notice we have Gaia here also, which I thought was very interesting because that is the environment. So the environment is crossing the situation in a sense. Now, our focus for some of us or someone in this situation is first impressions, mask, and appearances. We have ascendant. So if you've had your natal chart done or are up to date on the horoscopes, which I did do a partial horoscope reading yesterday, check that out. Past, heal that, right? We know that one. Core wounds, vulnerability, potential through pain. So some of you, this love, be it self-love, love for artistry, beauty, finding it in your environments, aiding you in ascension of some sort, and or relationships where we find something that we're looking for through pain. But healing is still necessary. Like, let's not sleep on that. All right, that's still important. But I do appreciate that for some, it's like you can get it, in the process. You don't have to be completed, healed and all that. What's crowning you, or the strength of the matter, we have karma, shadow, and secrets. So for some, there could be some suspicions, some actual secrets. It may involve the 12th house. My Pisces, you're here twice in the hopes and fears and what's crowning. So some of us, those fears, I feel like, are where the shadow work could begin, and it's very close to Chiron right there. I do also feel like this has to do with the transits, how they may affect you during this Taurus season, where Taurus is in your chart. You have Chiron in Taurus and ascendant in Taurus. It tells you a lot about things that may need to be healed. So there's that. Near future, we have the 11th house, Aquarius, memberships, network, and collaboration. And that is crossing appearance, first impressions, all right, and or mask. So just be mindful of that. Your approach to take to it matches the focus. And that's crazy how I just decided to sit them this way. Usually I do a 5-5 kind of thing. But in this way, which was totally intuitive, I suppose, it's crazy for me how first house and ascendant and Pisces lined up with 12th house. That was phenomenal. And then Chiron and Gaia. Chiron has been doing some things. The last time we really talked about it, it was in Aries. So for some of us, the present situation could even involve the past. Doesn't have to, though. But we have self, body, and presence. That's in our approach to take to it. Some Aries energy. And Aries was telling us to shoot for the moon, shoot for the stars, baby. Work, work, work. Do it to it. Sow the seeds. Set the intentions. Whatever you want may not have come to fruition yet, but we were to carry on and work as if, you know, it was coming in for you. Gaia is in the environment. I love that. Where Earth comes in its own energy and Gaia comes up in her own energy is crazy. Because this talks about earth, nature, and embodiment. So, pretty dope. We have hopes and fears. Psychic, intuitive, dreamy. Pisces. Alright. And I'm also going to take some clarifiers. And then the advice or outcome for some talks about tactile. Okay, I just tore that up. Grounded and stable. So what's crossing the situation and the advice toward the situation has familiarity. The environment, your challenge, and the outcome have a trine here. Okay. The bonus cards that I took out, because I'm nosy, shows to have been solar eclipse, the sun, and equinox, which life, vitality, and purpose, along with creation, intention, and potential, commitment, integration, and shifts. So some of us love beauty, artistry, first impressions, appearances, putting on a mask when you need to make sense. We've talked about that before, where a mask sometimes gets a bad name for, you know, false, fake person, or whatever. Thanks to the Kipper deck, right? But there's also an aspect of the mask that may be required for certain positions. Now, hopefully we're not going into another motherfucking pandemic, because we wore masks then too. But sometimes it was a story like about, I don't know, I'm gonna mess it up. Y'all know I'm gonna mess it up. But I think it was a bird that grew up with people, or a duck that grew up with birds. I don't know. It looked different. And to play a particular part, it put on a mask of familiarity for the other, you know, the others in the environment. And I know that sounds horrible. Like, why would I do that? Why would I hide myself and become something else to fit in? It's kind of like, if I have insecurities and if I don't feel sure, I'm getting there, I'm working on it, but I just don't today. And I'm going to be honest about that. I'm going to put the mask on to step up to the plate, and whatever insecurities I have, I'm going to work on them. I am working on them. But right now I need to be present. My first appearance, I can't show that I'm shy. Does that make sense? Like needing to show up, and for whatever reason, needing an extra push, the mask is appropriate. However you want to. But we do have 12th house shadows and secrets. So if some of you do feel that we're focused on trying to figure something out, you know, then this could be that aspect of the reading. And, you know, the sun is usually a yes to a question, but we will take some clarifiers. We have the eclipse, which involves the sun and the moon as well as the earth. Okay. And then the equinox, we have the commitment, integration, and shifts. So I thought that was pretty cool, which also highlights the sun there too. So this highlights the earth, and this highlights the sun and the orbit around the sun. This is the orbit around the earth. So that's interesting. Yin and the yang. Interesting. All right, so we're going to take some clarifiers for Venus. We talked about those transits, which may be improving your appearance and or your love life, but Venus helps all kind of ways, so I'm not gonna label it. Let's get a clarifier for it. Let's see what we have. I don't want to abuse my babies. Okay, I was gonna say one more. I'll pull from the top. We have strength, so that is grace. Bottom of the deck, this is why we're grounding ourselves. Self-imprisonment, our fears. Look at that, the King of Cups. And we could also talk about choices and decisions, happiness, our energy, our health. So be mindful of that. The number 11 up there. All right, what's crossing our beautiful strength card here? Bravery is necessary. This talks about taking action, talks about traveling, talks about things speeding up. We do have temperance and balance and things. There's some adjustments that may be made or may need to be made, because I'm still looking at the Eight of Swords. There could be some communications coming in from a fire sign, an alpha, a soulmate, a partner. I keep seeing this Eight of Swords, and usually that is 8 and 8. So check that out. You have the Hierophant, the Lovers, and the Star. So for some of you, it could be tradition versus unorthodox, and a choice that we may have to make. In our focus, for some of you, it could be a child. Others of you, it could be your aspirations. We have the Akashic Records, or the Nine of Wands, like wanting to poke out, which could talk about like the needle in the haystack. Okay, that's Aquarius energy. Some of you guys, the Ascendant, this is the Star rising. I like that. Could be Kundalini rising energy. With Chiron, we have the Mother of Wands and the Empress. These are two feminine energies. What they share is fertility. What they share is protection. That's what they share. Femininity, protection, the queen of all queens, and then a real badass queen, okay? Some of us, this involves a parent, a mother, a leading lady in our lives. Okay, so just be mindful of that. We have both. It could also tell this havoc or harmony in some past situations, or how we deal with the past. Okay, if there's any confusion or any unstable energies or thoughts, something restricting us from our intuition or infiltrating our energies, just be mindful. We have the Page is potential for some. Could be the message or the good news coming through, right? Love that. It's a secret. It's the unknown. We don't know yet. And then some of us, where we have that 12th house, hidden shadows, secrets, there could be. We have a Fox. Could be a lesson to learn coming up. I do have the Page of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. So it's different for everyone. For some, it's going to be, I'm at a cross. What do I do? For others, there could be some past energy coming through. Dark Night of the Soul energy. And others of us, decisions, new beginnings, near future. We got the Knight of Wands for some, okay, which talks about that action. The Knight of Wands could be, in this Aquarian energy, the star that has something to do with first impressions or a mask, as well as appearance. So hiding something, possibly. Somebody may feel like somebody hiding something. And then we have the Lovers, Gemini energy. So a lover could feel like somebody's hiding something. We got the Father of Cups, that with his Nine of Cups, so that does talk about contentment. With this Ace of Cups, it could talk about completion. The shadow energy, something that needs to be released and given, sacrificed and let go of to move forward. And we have Aries with Aries. Love that. And our approach to take to it. The Emperor stands strong. And look, we have a match. That's nice. So the recent past and our approach to take to something has a difference of energy, where there's a feminine approach to it, a gentle, graceful approach to it, and this one there's more of an authoritative approach to it. I don't mind it. Okay, somebody could be coming with an offer. It may be a better offer. Maybe a wish fulfillment. Yes, okay. Ooh, I saw that. Look at that. I saw 2 aces. Now there's a spark, but it's something practical about it. There's this initial imagery, and then there's a quick reaction, and then boom, it's solid. That sounds cool. The thing that you've been waiting on, some sort of reward, appreciation, recognition, and then we got this wish fulfillment. There go the 9 of Cups. There goes the Knight of Swords with this work. It pays off. I will say that. In the environment where we had Gaia, I got another ace. You got that Ace of Swords. So this is the Hangman being cut down and no longer hovering or being like overbearingly defensive, protective, or the opposite of harmonious, right? Havoc or harmony, right? The truth may also be in the environment. Now, hopes and fears, we have Pisces, we got 8 of Swords. It could be a harmful environment, self-sabotage, something that may not be the best for us. Someone could be receiving a letter from someone that may be in an institution. Can't leave that out. Could be a lover. Could be somebody with a question. Somebody that may think highly of you. Someone that you think highly of. And I think that's adorable. Now, it also speaks to, because for some, the hopes and fears, kind of like an aspect of it, restriction, self-imposed limitations, and feeling trapped. So working on that appearance and getting financial stability, as well as the choices that you make, taking action on them, and doing with the Page of Pentacles crowning, this means like doing the work day or night, whatever, all-nighters, doing whatever it takes to get a situation where it should be, to get you where you should be. The Page of Pentacles, I don't know how this slipped my mind, also talks about like our actual looks, pictures and stuff like that. So just be mindful, okay, that there could be an admirer that wants or is looking at pictures of you. Okay. Now, it signifies a lack of clarity and perspective. And for some of us, that clarity and perspective with this Ace of Swords is in the environment. Like our true path, our mission on this planet. For some of you, breaking free, finding liberation from mental bondage, and a time of gaining clarity and perspective and overcoming obstacles and challenges with courage and determination, ultimately reclaiming one's power and freedom. I love that. Okay. Now, it may take us, some of us, a little bit more time than others. Excuse me, because I got the 7 of Pentacles has been coming out quite a bit for you Pisces. And I feel like patience, perseverance, investments, waiting for seeds to grow and efforts to bear fruit. It is important. Long-term planning and visions. It involves cultivating patience and perseverance in pursuit of one's goals. And it presents a time of waiting. But some of us want to be liberated and we're ready. So let's get one card. Is that it? We got the Five of Wands, and I saw my Queen of Cups battling something. Could be past energy, maybe temporary situations, things that no longer serve us. But it gives me subconscious or some sort of conflict. Even though I know it's the Five of Swords, usually that's a conflict. But the Five of Wands does represent some sort of challenge as well. It talks about facing challenges and obstacles that arise from conflicting interests or different viewpoints. Now, I did see the Queen of Wands and the Empress would have different viewpoints. And that does talk about the past, but when we move into the near future, the situation, we need clarity to make this decision or to take action, to receive this relationship, to receive this new found first appearance, this attraction. Okay? Because there's attraction, there's fertility, which is a benefit with the Seven of Pentacles, because those are the seeds that we're sowing in a fertile time, in a very attractive time. And the truth is in the environment, or the thing that liberates us and frees us is kind of like ourselves. The Five of Wands involves navigating through conflicts and obstacles with resilience and determination. It represents a time of competition and rivalry, where you learn to assert yourself and stand your ground amidst adversity, ultimately emerging stronger and more resilient as a result. And I love that. That happens during Seven of Pentacle moments often, because you're at the drawing board and it's like, are you gonna quit or are you gonna get back up there? Now we're gonna pull our angel cards for those of you where it may involve a relationship, new or old. Let's see. We have no need to worry. I love that. Where it's your soul purpose or a spiritual journey, something that is just you and your guide. We have let go. We be holding on tight, being practical and logical, and just won't. Okay. And then for career, finance, domestic matters. Oh, now this one came out hard. Oh my God. So I feel like that could be like one of the strongest messages. And then improving health is very important, because I did see trust, ask your angels, and improving health. And then we also have abundance. So I love that a lot. So improving health, there's some conflicts and challenges. Oh my God, I got the Ten of Cups, but I have the Seven of Wands. So let's see, no need to worry. We got the Eight of Wands with the Emperor. There's going to be some sort of communication or a commitment. Okay, even though there are some opposites, our hopes, wishes, and dreams may be different. This is the time of deliberation and reflection. For some, it could be a time of celebrating. You will reap the rewards. There will be an ideal partner and an offer made, okay, that might ignite something. For some of you, it's a returning lover. For others of you, it may be a transformation of some sort. But we do got Two Cups. Now, for the spiritual journey, soul purpose, I got Two Cups, Eight Cups, Hermit, Tower. Wow, it's a lot. Let go. Anybody with the Queen of Swords as a guide or a protector, she's the most intelligent card in this deck. We have Strength, which talks about our determination and willpower. Maybe some of you have multiple guides, okay? Because Archangel Raphael is going to move you away from financial troubles or turbulence. You see them lines? They're going to get you through the matrix over there to that land So you ain't got to get wet. And then want your own land. Look at that 8. She appears as the lady, but up above as the lion. I think it's one and the same. I love that some people choose to put the two of them here. And I love that the strength alone is there. The feminine energy could be depicted by the rose. It may be depicted by the emblem. But they're united here. There may be a separation here. So letting go means that you could be feeling at a distance or separate of your guides or of your goals, but we're going to heal and work through that. It's a little bit of confusion. May have taken some losses because I'm looking at these cards, but that's what this health improvement is about, and the support that you need. Okay. Now, success for these domestic matters, finances, and careers. I do see collaborating and networking. I also see a lot of work and completing the work. For some of us, completing the work will liberate us from the veil of illusion. Ooh, for some of you, that is the completion, that is feeling whole, that is standing on top of the world. There are some seeds that are being sowed that could lead to that kind of success. This is jackpot for some of you. It doesn't mean gambling, but in blackjack, isn't it 21? And it talks about what you have to get, the hand that you may need versus the dealer's hand or something like that. So the cards that you were dealt don't matter, because the 6 of Cups, that's an entitlement. I feel like to mysticism, the Kabbalah, the secrets of life, for you to help improve yourself. And while some of us may have complications or some things may take more time, your success and your confidence, that ain't on no time, that ain't no weight right there. There's some things immediately in your environment that could assist with improvements in this area and almost guarantee some sort of abundance. Some of you, like your guides, your ancestors, someone may have passed something along the way, a secret that you have, know, or will know, that may improve your situation. Others of you, there's an online thing that could take off. It may talk about programming, telecommunications. With the 7 swords, I saw the 7 cups, and I'm looking at the world card with the 10 of pentacles. So there may be success in a thing that you're doing that you may feel is limited, or you yourself could be choosing to do things a certain way, and that's limiting it. I don't want to overly pinpoint it, but be more competitive, do more research, have more confidence. And that's where the reward and recognition may come from. Some things that you may already be aware of. Look at that. Temperance, the Page of Cups, the 10 of Cups, the Ace of Wands. Those are all very favorable cards. If there's any resistance, it may be emotionally or in alchemical, things within us that we have to transmute. While I'm looking at that lion up there, who can sometimes become frustrated with waiting and become frustrated with our guides or with observation and or with even being helped. Child, it's like, but I think that that's pretty cool. And I don't see, like, Taurus season itself could be challenging for some. It could be a competitive time. I know as a content creator that could affect, some. I don't know where you guys start or where you're trying to go, but you may have seen like a change, or there could be some changes this month or has been. And you may have to do some things more differently. Maybe scared to jump out there and do it to it. We have Rhodonite, which talks about yin yang, fertility, and compassion. I don't know why I said it like that, like a little baby go yin yang. But I recall saying something like that a second ago. I don't know if I said yin yang or blue, but it was something that was like the something. Child, go back and watch it again. But this is crazy because the Five of Wands has a connection to Mars. Spirit just be doing stuff like, let them know that I am here and this is correct, because your ass is just long-winded and analytical. But look at that. Five of Wands with Taurus. You have Taurus and Mars energy. Rhodonite is a stone of brotherly love. Check that out. The shared connection between all of humanity. Equilibrium is key for this crystal, which has the capacity to calibrate emotions, balance yin and yang, and source energy from a grounded place. It can bring light to emotional scars from the past, transforming them to foster a stable everyday life. Rhodonite helps remove blame from the situation, whether it points at you or someone else. Accept the situation for what it is and learn to forgive yourself and with love and compassion in the progress. I love that. And I'm so happy that I pulled that card, or shuffle the cards, for some insight. This is whatever you guys do, like, do something. Whatever you want, aim at it, give it another go, try it one more time. Because the messages, the cards, different decks, like extremely different decks, with the same, you know what I mean? We have Cancer, Venus energy, fertility, abundance, and growth. And I think if you're not feeling the fertility, abundance, and growth, that is it's either with our confidence and how we feel about ourselves, and or past situations that we may need to release ourselves from, with just clarity or acceptance. And it is your choice. Like, you have to choose that. If you say, guides, I need help with that, then the guides instruct you, let it go. And you say, well, I can't do that, help me let it go. Okay, I'm gonna remove them. You don't get the phone call, you don't get the job, you don't get whatever the thing is, and it's like, oh my God, hello, is anybody out there? I've been in that situation. It's like, what do you do? Wait, shit, for real. Sometimes it's all you can do. But the least that I could do, even if time was out of my control, not on my side, whatever the case, is, it sounds repetitive and kind of like cliche, but staying grounded, staying optimistic, staying in my right mind, trying not to become the situation itself, is like the best one thing you can do for yourself, regardless, even with your hands tied behind your back and blindfolded. How you experience it, how you take it in, how you let it affect you, could be favorable or hindering, because I never want to fall too low and break. And to do that means you got to stay above water, right? Or kind of just maintain some level of peace. And so I love that. Compassion, fertility, growth, and abundance. Fertility twice. Okay, so be mindful of that. Transmuting stagnant energy. That Page of Pentacles said, do the shit, do it. Now, stop limiting yourself. Stop sitting there being crazy. Get active. That's why that lion is up there, leading this message. Get active. All right. There is beauty in the imperfect. So again, this first appearance thing, this courage, our beliefs, our looks, or whatever, scars from the past, whatever. It talks about opening our hearts and our third eyes. And I know the third eye has a connection to a higher power. The heart has a connection to a higher power. So I think that that's pretty dope. And I have recommended for the last few years that something bigger than us outside of this dimension may help with letting go of things from the past in ways that our, modern society just can't. I admit that. Like, I can help. Yeah, I took some courses. Yeah, I got some licenses. Yeah, the Holy Spirit is with me. I know exactly what to do. Yeah, sure. But when you ask me how did I do it, I didn't have all of that at that point, or I didn't know that I had that at that point. And it took deep meditation. It took a strong belief that something like that even existed. And it took being fearless when that situation was unfolding to have help out of this world, child. And it's phenomenal. And some of you are phenomenal. So that is what I have. I do hope that it helps.